Wait, this is the same game. It's the exact same game. Artie, welcome. 정시호님, welcome. I'm doing alright, how are you? I am doing okay, how are you? You're at work? What kind of work do you do? What kind of work do you do? What kind of work do you do? It's been a while. I can't see your nickname, but yeah. Welcome back. It's nice to see you again. How have you been? Oh, wait, how come we don't have the, Now do we have the captions? We don't have the captions? Why don't we have the captions? Why not? I don't know why. Captions... Okay, there we go. Good white evening. Are you referring to the snow that we've been getting all day? Actually, not all day. It only snowed between 1 and 4 o'clock in my area. It didn't snow that much. Although I had to go out into my backyard and use a leaf blower to blow some of the snow. But it wasn't so bad. It didn't snow a lot. Did it snow a lot in your area? Hello, it's snowing? Really? Hello, how you doing? Hi. Rosie, okay, getting a little colder. Yes, it finally feels like winter, doesn't it? Although, I was just talking to JC earlier on Discord, and we were talking about how the winters now don't feel nearly as cold as it used to. Winter doesn't feel nearly as cold as it used to. Don't you agree? It's not nearly as cold as it used to be. Meyer still. Oh, it's still snowing in your area? Okay. I see, okay. Where do you live? I was working on the shadowing these days. I think it's kind of working. Well, anything works. You know, anything that forces you to listen and to repeat and to make a lot of sounds, right? To actually use your voice to speak out loud. Anything that forces you to do that a lot is gonna work. So I think it's just a matter of finding something that you can be interested in, right? Have fun doing, yeah. So it's just a matter of finding something that you can have fun doing. Thank you. Well, actually, so this background with the planets and the blue color scheme, this I downloaded from Canva, which is the software that I mainly use to make my thumbnails and whatnot. But you see the UFOs that are flying by, the annoying UFOs and the annoying sounds they make, I actually added that in. And people hate it. Yeah, I'm so sad. It snowed a lot in my area. I want to make a snowman. Really? Do you really want to make a snowman? No snow in Daejeon today? Good. Does it ever snow in Daejeon? Because from what I understand, it's one of the hottest areas in Korea, right? So I'm guessing it doesn't snow a lot there. Although it doesn't have to be very cold for it to snow. Juggling so many things and procrastinating. Oh, thanks for asking. Yeah. Actually, when you feel overwhelmed, do you guys know what that means? When you feel overwhelmed? When you feel overwhelmed with so many different types of work or just the amount of work, it is a very easy way for you to go into the procrastinating endless procrastinating loop. From what I hear, there are several things that causes you to procrastinate, and that's one of them. When you feel like the amount of work is overwhelming. You guys know what overwhelming means? Sounds like a big word, right? Winter's not gone yet. Of course. It's still December. Wait, no. Holy shit. Yeah, it's January. You're right. When is winter until? Is it until February? We still have a lot of days. We could be shivering in the cold. I didn't know you use Canva to make thumbnails. Canva is awesome. Yeah, I think it's one of the good ones out there. It's very user-friendly. It's very user-friendly, don't you think? It's been a while. It's not a good weather for riding a bike. Ah, don't tell yourself that. At least just tell yourself, even if it's just your words, just tell yourself it's an excellent day to go bike riding. Come on. What's up? What's going on? There's a mountain in front of my apartment. I can see the snowy mountain. That's good. It sounds like you have a pretty good view from your place. Good for you. Oh, I think you were confused. Daejeon with Daegu? Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. How did you know? Was it that obvious? Yeah, right. So, Daejeon. I don't know if I've ever been to Daejeon. When you have too many things to take care of, you feel overwhelmed. That's right. That's right. When you have too many things to do. When you have too many things to do, you feel overwhelmed. And it's not just work, I guess. It could be anything. It could even be like a good Netflix show or something. Like someone recommends it. When someone recommends a Netflix show, for example, they say, "Hey, you should give this a try." And you you consider it and you think, okay, maybe I'll try it. And you go in and you find that there are 10 seasons. Wow, that's pretty overwhelming, right? Unless you really like binge watching. Usually winter is until February. Okay, it's until the end of February, right? It's usually until the end of February. But it's still cold in March. Yeah, and especially it depends on where you are. Like in my area, it's if I remember correctly, it continues to be cold until like April, I think. There was big snow a couple of days ago. In Daejeon, you mean? Kids loved it, but I didn't even touch the snow at all. Maybe I lost my childhood emotions. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That's, you're not a child anymore. It's a good thing. I would be concerned if you still felt like a child inside, right? Although there's nothing wrong with that. Again, there's nothing wrong with being a child inside. I want to put a GIF in this chat. What GIF is that? What GIF is? Oh, I prepared something too. I can't wait to use it. While I was waiting, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was waiting in the lounge channel for like an hour. Nobody came in. Not one person came in. And I got so lonely that I started playing this game within Discord, and nobody came in. So I guess that's just how things go. I mean, people are busy on Mondays, right? They got stuff to do. So no hard feelings. Why is this captioning not working? I don't know why this captioning is kind of unstable. That's weird. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mixed up Daejeon and Daegu. You're in Seoul. Okay. From Sydney. Okay, how are things in Sydney? How's the weather there? Is it getting really, really hot? Until the end of February. You wish you were there. You were where? Can't believe how I was so enthusiastic playing with my son in the snow back then. Back when? Like back in the day? Back in the day? I can't promise anything, but something that I'm trying to do is, how I used to, this was probably several years ago before my first book came out, but when I scheduled for a stream, I usually tried my best to jump in front of my computer a little early, about half an hour early, and just spend some time chatting with you guys on Discord. I'm going to try to do that more often from now on. Yeah, I'm going to try. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try. Back in the day, huh? I see. Back in the day. It was 41 degrees last week. 41? How's the humidity there? How's the humidity there? Because I think that makes a huge difference, don't you think? Like whether or not there's a lot of humidity, I think that's makes a lot of. Oh, on Discord you mean? Okay. I'm now in Kyobo Bookstore. I can see you in here. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Oh man. I had a little bit of an embarrassing and an awkward moment with my neighbor earlier today. I don't know if maybe he's even watching right now, but I never told any of my neighbors what I did for a living, and he actually found out. A couple of days ago, he apparently he was at a bookstore and he found my book and he sent me the picture. And so we had a little bit of an awkward moment. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing, I guess. Yeah, kind of embarrassing. Yeah, you know, because there aren't many people living in this building. It's just how many? Is it? It's just 5 households that live in this building. It's just 5 families, right? And so there aren't many of us here, and we kind of have to look out for each other. Like, you know, there are boars roaming around in the area, and when it snows, you know, some people have to go. I mean, whoever's available. I have to go out and shovel the snow, so... How was the game night yesterday? Missed a stream? It was... it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. But it was... I think it was better than the one we did the night before. The night before on Saturday. The 2 games that we played on Saturday night was really, really... Ugh. It was just... I don't know. I mean, I'm told that the second game we played on Saturday night was actually a really good one, but maybe it's because I'm too old. I just can't wait. I don't have the patience, you know? I just don't have the patience to wait until something exciting happens. Like, I just don't have the patience anymore, you know? I think that's what happens. I go to a hiking early every morning. Wow, really? Wait, are you the one in... Oh, you're the one who lives in Seoul. Okay. I think I have to wear Eisen tomorrow morning? What's an Eisen? Is that like a special type of shoes? Yeah, it was kind of meh. Yo, what's up? I recently realized one thing when I practice connected speech so much that my tongue, mouth, and jaw muscles hurt. That makes me feel comfortable to speak English. The process is painful, though. Well, you know, a lot of the things that we enjoy are painful, you know? Like, you could enjoy hiking. You know, you could enjoy it so much, but when you think about the stress that it gives on your legs, that's a lot, right? And all that cardio and all that muscle work, it's very exhausting, but at the same time, it's very rewarding and fun, right? So it's kind of like that, I guess. Literally neighborhoods who are better than relatives, Korean idiom. Oh, there's an idiom in Korean that refers to how neighbors are sometimes better than relatives and family members. Sure, yeah, I think so too. I think there are a lot of cases where family members and relatives sort of just take the relationship for granted. You know what I mean? A lot of people take it for granted, and they just, you know, they're just very unrespectful to each other. And I've experienced that. I'm sure a lot of you guys experienced that. I mean, if you've never experienced that, hooray, that's good for you, but I think it's just very, very common. Eisen? Yeah, what is that? Eisen? What? Why are you saying goodbye to Halfmoon님? 친정집 와서 수업 못 들어서 아쉽지만 인사만 하고 가요. Oh, I see. Okay. So you're at your parents' place. Cool. Hey, tell us one thing. How often do you like? What's the occasion? What's the occasion? It's just one of your regular visit. Wait, is it just one S? Occasion is one S? Huh. Interesting. Yo, what's the occasion? Is it just one of your regular visits? Or you're celebrating something? Wearing over shoes for no. Oh, okay. So they're kind of like non-slip covers for your shoes. Okay. Yeah. How is it walking in those things? I mean, is it okay? I enjoy watch some YouTube channels sometimes that I love with English subtitles. Thanks a lot. Yeah, sure. I think that's probably one of the most, well, if I'm being a little dramatic, because I tend to be a little dramatic sometimes, but if I were to be a little dramatic, I would say that is the only way to learn English. The only way to learn English. You consume content in English. You basically do stuff in English, you know? Communicate in English, consume content in English, play games in English, listen to music in English, read in English. You love that. Oh, this little thing here? Yeah. So this is just the notepad in the Windows system. And I'm just keeping it to take notes of some of the things that I say or some of the things that you say during the stream, especially in the first, before we get into the main part of the stream. It has kind of sharp studs on it, and you wear it over your shoes. Yeah. Hi, I live in Chile, so now I miss the snow so bad. Wow, you live in Chile. Wow, what takes you there? What do you do there? I mean, I'm pretty sure you work there, right? You didn't just go there just to live there. You're doing some kind of work there. Now. I've never been to Chile. Recently, I've been watching the Netflix show. Yeah, I saw the whole thing. I didn't see the first season, but I decided to watch the second one because I really enjoyed Hell's Kitchen. And so I didn't know that I was the kind of person that enjoyed like cooking shows. And so I decided to watch that show, season 2, with my wife, and we watched the whole thing. We really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's pretty good. What takes you there? Yeah, what takes you there? Yeah, I saw the whole thing. Except, I think the last episode hasn't come out. Oh shit! I think I should stop peeling the skin off my lips. Anyway, so what was I saying? I think the last episode has not come out yet. I think there's one episode left. There's one episode that hasn't come out yet, and the last show is on tomorrow. Oh, the last episode comes out tomorrow? Okay, cool. Are you good at cooking as well? No. I'm terrible at cooking. I can... Well, I know how to use the microwave. Is that cooking as well? I know how to use the microwave. I'm pretty good at using the microwave. And I can fry eggs. But I really need to concentrate on it. But I can fry some eggs. Can you cook eggs? And if I were to put my mind on it, I'm pretty sure I can learn pretty quickly, just like anything else, right? So let me ask you guys. So for those of you who are pretty confident when it comes to cooking, like how does one learn to cook? What would you say is the most important thing when it comes to learning to cook? Like, what is it? What's the fastest way to learn to cook? Am I a fast learner? No, I am a very slow learner. Although it depends on what it is that I'm trying to learn. Ultimately, it's repetition. No, come on. There's got to be an easier way. There's got to be a faster way, right? Yeah, as I remember, you fried eggs a few days ago. I wanted to see how it looked like and taste. Was it good? Did you success? Is there such thing as success when it comes to frying eggs? You just fry some eggs and you eat them. Same as English, just do it? Ah, come on. Come on. Stop holding out on me. Stop holding out. Come on. What is it? What's the secret? There's got to be some sort of secret. I can make 불닭 ramen 고추장으로. Okay. I think I can do that. I just need to make a trip to the convenience store, pick up one of those 불닭 볶음 ramen. Wait, it's not 볶음 ramen, just 불닭 ramen. You need to get the hang of measuring the right amount of all sauce. Okay, so how? Like, how do I do that? If you can cook basic dishes, your retirement will be comfortable. Okay. That or just make a shitload of money and just have someone cook for you, right? But then, yeah, what you said sounds easier. Just following the Oh yeah, that's right. I could just use YouTube and just follow recipes there. I've done that once. I did that once, and I made a huge pot of vegetable beef stew. It was a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. But it turned out okay. I'm normally watching a YouTube recipe and just follow the same way. Yeah, sure. Nowadays, you can pretty much learn anything on YouTube, wouldn't you say? Like, isn't everybody eager to share any sort of skill or knowledge on YouTube? Either you've got cooking sense or you just follow recipes really well. You don't need both. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. My cooking teacher is YouTube. Yeah. All you have to do is get the measuring spoon or cup and keep using it until you make it without them. That reminds me of, I think I shared this story before about this one student who was so serious. She was so serious when it came to cooking ramen. And there were two things that she told me about that really, I was really taken aback by. And one of them was about how she measures water. She told me that the way she measured water, she didn't use any sort of measuring tool, but she knew how much water she had to add into the pot just by the timing of the water stream. Like the strength and the length of how long she keeps the faucet open, how long she keeps the water running. Just by the timing, she told me that she can, just using her senses, she knows exactly how much 500 milliliters is. Just by the timing. I don't know, maybe she counts in her head, but... Usually our grader teacher is Mr. Yu. Mr. Yu. Hunch is a little bit different. Hunch is more like a intuitive feeling about some situation. Yeah. So maybe you have a hunch that, I don't know, your partner's cheating on you, or you have a hunch that your boss is lying about the business trip, or something like that, you know? All about experience. Yep. Well, I know that, but I don't want to put in all the time and effort. Just like you guys, right? Just like you guys. I don't want to put in all the time and effort. I want to do it for free, with no effort, and very quickly, like instantly. Become an excellent cook. Isn't that what we all want? Isn't that what you want? Are we going to get any more snow tomorrow? Certainly hope not. Wait, does this mean it's snowing right now? Oh, it looks like we're going to have clear skies tomorrow. Looks like we're getting some clear skies tomorrow. Whoa. Wait, it's snowing in Seongnam? But not tomorrow. It must be... I guess it's still snowing in this Seongnam-si. It's not... What does this mean? I've never seen this icon before. It looks like... it's shaped like the sun, but the color is all blue. What does that mean? That's weird. Use a meal kit? Yeah. Do you guys remember... it was so shocking to me when I first saw it. I think it was the first Back to the Future movie, part 1. If I'm not mistaken, I saw it in that movie. There was this scene where a family was having dinner, and they were having pizza, and this one, I don't know which character, but one of the characters took out a small, I mean, it looked like a cookie in some just regular plastic wrapping, right? It was just like this small. And then they opened the packaging, they took out what looked like a cookie, and they stuck it in the oven, and within like not even 10 seconds, they took it out. It was this huge pizza, big enough to feed a whole family. That was really cool. I'm hoping we get something like that pretty soon. If that actually happens, what do you think the world would be like? If what happened? I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. All materials ready to put and even prepare hot water and start to cook. Follow how to cook, controlling temperatures well, and tools also very important for result. I guess it really depends on what you're trying to cook, right? If you're just, if you're just happy cooking, just a few very typical Korean style home cooked food, then you don't really need all that fancy stuff. You don't really need all those skills. My mother-in-law always used to say good cooking depends on the power and timing of heat. I see. That sound like, I think that's true, but that's like on another level. I think that is for like when you are in the very high level phase of cooking, in terms of your cooking skills. I think that's really, really hard. Timing and the degree of the heat. I think that's kind of like next level cooking. That reminds me, there was this restaurant at the last hagwon that I worked at. There was this restaurant that opened really close to where I was working, and the restaurant was called Senbure. I thought that was kind of cute. They were called Senbure. Maybe they wanted people to know that they cooked everything on high heat. Like anything can happen when you click your fingers? Okay, so you're saying like everyone is like a very highly skilled sorceress or something? Fingers, you mean snap your fingers. You snap your fingers. Snap your fingers. You snap your fingers or wiggle your nose and you instantly get what you want? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps there is a civilization somewhere out there in other galaxies that can do that. I mean, if you could do that, man. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were actually people out there in this world who actually believe that's possible. With using like frequencies or something. If it's too bland, just simmer or braise it. If it's too salty, just add some water. It's really simple. I see. Yeah, but not with the strong S. It was senbure, not senbure. But even if it's senbure, the way you should pronounce it, senbure, right? That reminds me. How do you guys feel when you hear people pronounce the word bibimbap as bibimbap on, you know, like in I mean they do that sometimes in broadcasting, right? How do you guys feel about that, honestly? Like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Some days I'd rather eat out than put in the time and effort to cook. Cleaning up is also such a pain. Yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're I guess there are people out there who don't mind doing a little dishwashing, but I think it's pretty much the same for everybody. Most people hate doing the dishes. Cooking can be fun in a way because you're actually creating something. You're making something that doesn't exist, right? And I think creating is generally more fun and interesting than cleaning up afterwards. And not just about, it's not just about cooking and anything, right? And so yeah, I totally agree. Bad cookers always use only the most powerful heat. I see. It sounds as bad as when people say jjajangmyeon as jjajangmyeon. Do they actually do that? But isn't the standard jjajangmyeon? I thought that was the standard. Why are they trying so hard to avoid those strong consonants? What's up with that? He or she might sound like a Korean teacher. It sounds like they blended veggie, 대충 bibimbap. How you doing? Came back. All right, 허풍선님, what's up? How have you been? Feels like foreigner is tring, so it is okay. It feels like foreigner is tring? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You mean it sounds like a foreigner talking when bibimbap? There was once a time jjajangmyeon was recommended? By who? So there was a time when what the government suggested it, or it was the idea was proposed, you mean, right? The idea of pronouncing jjajangmyeon as jjajangmyeon was proposed? And was there a lot of pushback by the public? That's why it never happened? That reminds me of how to pronounce tak. Oh yeah, I hate that too. Do we really have to say talk? How do you even do that? talk? 탈글? 효과, I hate that too. Just say 효과. What's wrong with that? Is it really that bad? 짜장면 is more 맛있게 들려요. 짜장면 sounds more delicious. Yeah, exactly. I was under the impression that the name 짜장면 came from the sound that we tend to make when we eat the thing. I was under that impression. I thought that's very clever, you know? Not a lot of names are given to things and foods from the sound that it makes, right? I don't understand that I just eat simple and little, but how and why always so many dishes are in the sink? That's why you gotta stick to foods that you eat with your hands. Yeah. Trying. Feels like, oh, okay, I see what you mean. So it feels like a foreigner trying to speak in Korean. 닭을 좋아해요. What language is that? It's gonna confuse. Well, yeah. You know, there's a part of me that is glad that I can actually, that I don't have to, well, I guess it's more of a choice that I don't have to teach Korean. You hate that the most? 국립국어원? Hello, I like 닭고기? 달고기? Sounds like moon chicken. 달고기. Sounds like moon meat. I heard jjajangmyeon is booked in the dictionary as a correct one. Oh, okay, cool. All right. By the way, Sam, have you tried 두존쿠? Dubai Jonda cookie? I've tried something similar. Hey guys, remember the Dubai cookie that I showed you on stream? I think it was maybe a couple weeks ago. I still have that. I haven't touched it. It's still in my freezer. I wonder if it's still safe to eat. It's a big thing in Korea at the moment, but it's really hard to get in Sydney. I'm gonna make it tomorrow. Oh, you're gonna make some tomorrow? Okay, cool. It sounds really good. Is there is there a standard recipe for 두존쿠? I'm curious. Is there a standard recipe for those? 닭알도? What is 닭알도? 닭 is pronounced when it stands alone, but when a vowel follows, 달기 is pronounced 달기. The first time I noticed this was when I was watching 파묘, and one of the characters was narrating in the movie, and he was talking about the dirt, like earth, dirt, and he said 흙을. He said 흙을 먹고 or something like that. And I thought, what the hell? How did they miss this? It's obviously a mistake, but it turned out that's how you're supposed to say it. And I remember asking my wife about it. I said, well, did you hear that? Like, he just said 흙을, and she said, yeah, that's how you're supposed to say it. I thought that was so weird. I don't know, maybe I gotta watch more like formal broadcast programs like the news or something. A lot of Korean amateur chefs on YouTube, not in YouTube, on YouTube already uploaded how to make it. I see. 두존쿠? Okay. All right. It's technically it's bakery, right? Making cookies? It's bakery, right? Koreans can do everything. When do you have a cold? Oh, you mean when did I catch a cold? Do I have a cold? I didn't know I had a cold. I do have like a stuffy nose right now. I don't know why. It could be because I have the window open and I have some cold air circulating in here, but I don't feel sick or anything, except the fact that I have a stuffy nose. At my area, you mean in your area, Tujonku is sale limited time. It's on sale now? And quantity like during morning time for 2 hours only. Wow. Okay, so they are on sale for limited time and quantity, like in the morning. Okay, I see. Like where though? Where do they sell them? At the groceries? Oh, that reminds me. I was at a coffee shop earlier today. I stopped by there on my way back after walking my dogs, and I totally forgot about it. The owner there, I mean, we're not even that close. I mean, it was only our second time there. But we were there yesterday, but we didn't know they were closing early yesterday. Was it yesterday? And so, we couldn't get anything, or coffee or anything. But we did come across we did run into the owners there, and I don't know. I guess they felt bad about that, and he gave us like this bottle of brownies. He's too nice. And I said, "It's okay. I have diabetes." Wait, did I tell him I had diabetes? I actually don't remember. I recognize red letter on your shirt, horses. That's very sharp of you. Good for you. Yeah, that is correct. I have horses written on my shirt. It's my first time lesson this year. Happy New Year to you too. Oh, hey, Ray Kim. I think I remember you. Welcome back. It's good to have you again. Why are you in space, man? Because, where else would I be? At almost every bakery I see. I have this weird kojip, okay, like an obsession that I won't try things that a lot of people are into in short time, like chujonku or malcharatte kojip. You have this like inclination, or you have this tendency, or maybe it could be kind of an obsession. Or you could say you have some resistance to doing things. I in this kind of context, I might say resistance. You have a resistance to trying things that everybody else is trying, or things that are like really trendy. Yeah. So when you have a resistance to something, it means that you have a natural, you feel naturally put off from something because of how, well, the reason varies, but don't want to be one of those people who are wondering what the hype is all about and spend my money. Yeah. I think a lot of people have, like, it's a combination of FOMO and also a validation addiction. I think it's a combination of those two things. So we have this fear of missing out, and we constantly feel like we have to validate ourselves by doing what everybody else is doing. And so we get addicted to that, it could be just peer pressure. But it's a combination of all of those things, I think. I'm sorry, Sam. Please don't try tujonku, which is too much sweet. If you say that, it's going to make me want to try it. Good to see Sam wearing horses often. I mean, I gotta say, this is one of the shirts that I really like as well. But I'm actually kind of. I'm taken aback every time people like compliment my it's just a t-shirt, All right, 10 minutes left. Maybe that's because I don't have my own Instagram ID. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, and I think that's very smart. It's very smart not to use social media. Well, YouTube is kind of like social media as well, but it's more content driven, I guess, rather than communication. But then like social media, I don't know. When I think of social media, although YouTube is very much a social media platform, but there's something about YouTube that's kind of different from others, I think. Not really sure what that is even, but... Maybe it's the fact that most social media platforms, aside from YouTube, is more centered around short form. Like when it comes to video, I mean, pictures and just text posts, like, you know, there's no point in talking about like short form or long form content. But when it comes to videos, they don't have long form content in the form of videos, right? Depending on the bakery, tastes are really different though. I see. Okay. Yeah. I wonder what the absolute original recipe is. Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as the definitively original recipe? Tuchonku recipe? Is there such a thing? Like, no one can doubt that this is the original Tuchonku recipe. Is there such a thing? All those great proper vocabularies, obsession, resistance, trendy, validate in a second, it's all about repetition. Sure, yeah, of course. And because this is within the context of something that's very commonly discussed online, it's very important for you to consume a lot of content online. Do a lot of reading, watch a lot of videos, stuff like that. Tune into a lot of podcasts because they talk about this stuff a lot. And so it's not just about, using it, but you have to read and you have to hear it a lot as well in order to become familiar with how it's used and like the timing, and for you to have, a rough sense of how and when it's used and what it means. Because in a lot of cases, you can learn exactly what a word means, but having a good sense of like what timing it is used in and how it's used, this is a completely different level of skill. So no no I was just curious. I don't think there's such thing as like perfect recipe. I guess it applies to any kind of food. Yeah, I guess you're right. Like, what is the very first time? I guess that's because if original means the very first, it could mean like one of the bad ones, because I think we can easily imagine that when the very first sundaekguk was made, maybe it tasted bad, So do you call that original, or do you call the first recipe that started being used like massively across different areas? Is that the original? I'm gonna look it up on YouTube. I see. I've heard it's really expensive though. Is there any original recipe? I believe there is a store that argues they are the original, but like perfect kimchi, yeah. Like what? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Like, what does it matter? If it tastes good, then that's good, right? Hey Andy, what's up? Oh, another thing that I'm kind of curious about when it comes to tuchonku is it really from Dubai? Did the recipe come from Dubai, or do they use chocolate made from Dubai? Like, what's the deal? You think so? Like, what do you mean? The recipe? The recipe came from Dubai? Maybe not? I think I'd probably never be able to try them, just like 탕후루 벌집 ice cream. I've never tried 탕후루. 벌집 ice cream? Oh, like actually having the honeycomb? The actual honeycomb like stuck in the ice cream? Yeah, I never tried that too. I couldn't join here in a while as I've had a lot of stuff to do. Miss you guys. Yeah, welcome back. I can't see your nickname as you can see in the chat. So maybe that's why I'm having trouble remembering who you are, but welcome back. It's nice to have you back. Have you been? That's exactly what you really want to know? Like, why is it called 두바이? 쫀득 cookie, right? I mean, 쫀득, okay, so it has that texture, sure. And it's a cookie, but why is it 두바이? It's just a dessert made in Korea. Really? Then why is it called Dubai? Oh, is it similar to like in my area, 경기도 광주, you know, there's like 서울 감자탕. Is it like that? Nobody in Dubai knows the joke. That's funny. That's funny. I recommend Flan D YouTube. She showed how to make it. Okay. Well, I'm not planning on making it. I just have just a few curiosity points, I guess. Chewy texture, Dubai chocolate. It's ice breaking. Really, I didn't know that. I'm back. 뽀또. Oh, 뽀또? Yeah, I think I remember that. It seems like YouTuber Cupcakes channel has a common recipe though. I don't buy one, but I watch a lot of videos because I'm a baker. Oh, alright. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you like to bake things. Use Dubai style chocolate? Okay. I don't know what that is. I thought all chocolates were the same. I believe the fillings like pistachio and kadaif. I don't know what kadaif is. But yeah, I do know that the pistachio is like one of the main ingredients that goes into Dubai chocolate. As far as I know, kadaipu is from Dubai, which is an ingredient. Okay, I see. I asked ChatGPT and he said, 짧게 정리하면 요즘 유행하는 두종크는 진짜 두바이에서 온 디저트가 아닙니다. 이름만 그렇게 붙은 한국에서 탄생한 K 디저트예요. It's really odd how the whole trend caught on as like the identity of the dessert, like because like aren't Korean people usually really proud of calling things their own? Like K, they add K to everything, and they tend to be really proud of that. I wonder how Dubai caught on. I see. Okay. No, I've tried it. I've tried one rendition of it. I haven't tried the see. That's what I'm curious about. Like, what is the original recipe? Because I did try one I guess I'll say one variation of tuchonku. There's this coffee shop that I ordered from. I think maybe 2 or 3 times, and the last time I was there, they were out of the carrot cakes that I enjoyed. And so, but we went all the way there to the store, and we thought, okay, I don't want to go back empty-handed. And so we were looking through the menu, and they had tuchonku. And I thought, okay, everybody's talking about nowadays. It's my chance to try it, and I tried it. It was sweet as hell. It was sinfully sweet, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it was okay, not bad. But then it was just a bit too sweet for my taste. Yeah. I don't know. 두바이 하면 부유한 느낌 있잖아요. 비싼 디저트라 그런 게 아닐까요? Could be. Yeah. Occam's razor, guys. Occam's razor. Usually the simplest explanation is the right one. 두종코 is made with takaipu. Thin noodle. What? Noodle? And pistachio paste wrapped by chocolate marshmallow. Okay. It seems like Koreans are really creative and serious. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. 두바이 초콜릿이 유행했던 이후로 국내에서 탄생한 게 두쭝쿠가 아닐지. Okay, alright. I did not know about the chocolate that was trendy. When I have just one marshmallow, but in the video they use a whole bag of them. I was shocked to see that. Oh, you mean when they make 두쭝쿠? Yeah, Occam's razor. Occam's razor. It means usually the simplest explanation is the right one. So I was referring to... Shit, which one was it? I was referring to someone's comment. Okay, so I think someone said that around the time the Dubai chocolate was trending, the dessert came out, and so they just slapped on that name on it and pretended like it was like, you know, just trying to get a piece of the trend, you know? Okay. That sounds good. 두바이 초콜릿 회사인? What? There's a company? Pix? 피스타치오 카다이프 들어간 초콜릿. 그 두바이 초콜릿? What? 이 유명해져서 두바이 스타일로 디저트가 나오는 거예요. Oh, okay. I'm not totally sure what this is about, but okay. So there is an explanation, okay. Finally, thank you. Okay. Let's get started. Which one? Okay. Here we go. Yo, Death Knight, what's up? It's been a while. Join your live stream. How have you been? And Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah. It's almost, wow, already the 12th? Isn't this crazy? It feels like just the other day I was telling you guys how amazing it felt that, you know, already a week had passed since the new year, but almost another week had passed since then. Time is incredibly fast. All right, let's begin. 궁금한 거 있으면 말해. 궁금한 거 있으면 말해. 궁금한 거 있으면 얘기해. 궁금한 거 있으면 얘기해. 궁금한 거 있으면 얘기해. How do you say this in English? 궁금한 거 있으면 얘기해. No, I want what I'm saying in English. You knew, right? Just a joke. Let me know if you have any questions. 자유롭게 따라하세요. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. 이게 궁금하면 얘기해 란 말이에요. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. 앞에 just를 붙여서도 많이 얘기를 하고요. 뭐 중요한 역할을 하는 건 아니고. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know가 잘 안 나온다고요? Okay. Gotcha. 그럼 let me know로 몇 가지 더 해볼게요. 뭐 필요하면 얘기해. 뭐 필요하면 얘기해. 뭐 필요하면 얘기해. 뭐 필요하면 얘기해. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you need anything. 뭐 something이라고 해도 되긴 해요. 근데 anything이라고 하는 게 보통은 그렇게 anything으로 많이 써요. Let me know if you know. Let me know if you need anything. 이게 그 anything과 something은요. 일단 어떤 차이가 있냐면 그러니까 일단 그 뭐부터 얘기를 해야 될 거 아니냐면 가장 일반적인 규칙은 있어요. 근데 그 모든 규칙에는 여러분도 알다시피 예외 사항들이 있기 마련이죠. 예외 사항들이 은근히 있어요. 그래서 그거를 쫙 나열하면은 물론 정말 똑똑하신 분들은 그걸 바로 캐치를 할 수도 있겠지만 대부분의 경우, 제 경험을 토대로 얘기했을 때 대부분의 경우 이거를 쫙 나열하잖아요. 그러면은 와 뭐가 저렇게 많어. 저거 어떻게 다 기억하고 있어. 이런 인상으로밖에 안 남아요. 그래서 이거를 한 번에 싹 정리하려고 하진 말고 그냥 이런 식으로 어떤 그거를 쓰는 예시가 나왔을 때 여기서는 그냥 이게 좀 더 잘 어울리나 보다. 그냥 이 정도로만 알고 넘어가도 돼요. 일단 여기서는 anything이 잘 어울리는 이유가 이 맥락을 보면은요. 너가 필요한 게 있으면 얘기해라 라는 것은 그 필요한 그 것이 어떤 것이든 여러 가지든 몇 개밖에 안 되든 양도 상관없고 종류도 상관없다라는 그런 의미를 내포하기 때문에 anything이 잘 어울려요. something은 어느 한 가지고요. 어느 한 가지. 근데 그것도 놓고 보면 맞아요. 뭐 필요한 거 한 가지 생기면 얘기해. 뭐 이것도 틀린 말은 아니잖아요. 그렇죠? 특정한 게 필요하면 아니요. 그렇지도 않아요. 지금 이 자리에 something이라고 해도 전혀 상관없어요. 사실은. 그래서 이게 어떤 문장 속에서 맥락 속에서 쓰이느냐에 따라서 지금처럼 뭐 anything이라고 하든 something이라고 하든 별 상관없을 때도 많아요. 근데 또 어떨 때는 어느 한쪽이 더 어울리는 경우들이 있어요. 오케이? 근데 그거를 너무 공식처럼 싹 정리해서 알려고 하면 안 돼요. 변수는 너무 많기 때문에 변수가. 오케이? Let me know when you're ready. Very, very good. Let me know when you're ready. when이라고 하셨네요. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. when이라고 하셨어요. 오케이. when 나온 김에 이것도 해볼까요? 제가 하는 얘기 잘 들어보고요. 영어로 해주세요. 어떤 사람이 여러분이 계신 곳으로 이동 중이에요. 그 사람한테 문자 보냈어요. 도착하면 얘기해. 도착하면 알려줘. 도착하면 알려줘. 아니에요. 그 느낌 아니에요. anything을 안 해도 괜찮은 느낌적인 no, 그 차이 아니에요. 그 차이 아니에요. 그쵸? 도착하면 알려줘. 이거 띄어쓰는 거 맞나요? 전에도 여러 번 얘기를 하기도 했지만 특히나 영어를 기초 수준에서 배우시는 분들이 좀 빨리 극복해야 되는 것 중에 하나가 하면 하면 바로 if로 가는 습관이 있어요. 일단 그걸 인지를 해야 돼요. 나한테 그런 습성이 있구나. 하면 하면 바로 if로 그냥 달려가는 습성이 있구나. 인지를 하고 그런데 그렇지가 않아요. if가 아니라 when이라고 하는 경우가 엄청 많아요. 왜냐하면 지금 같은 경우는 그 사람이 오고 있잖아요. 그 사람이 오고 있으니까 도착하고 말고는 그럴 수도 있고 안 그럴 수도 있고의 문제가 아니에요. 그거는 시간 문제예요. 그렇죠? 그렇기 때문에 이거는 if가 아닌 거예요. if는 그렇게 있을 수도 있고 없을 수도 있는 거예요. 그렇죠? 필요한 게 있을 수도 있고 없을 수도 있는데 있다면 알려줘. 궁금한 게 있을 수도 있고 없을 수도 있는데 있다면 알려줘. 그 맥락이잖아요. 근데 이거는 그렇지가 않아요. 이거는 시간의 문제지 그럴지 안 그럴지 모르는 상태가 아닌 거예요. Do you know what I'm trying to say? 그렇기 때문에 let me know when you get here. Okay? Let me know when you get here. Let me know when you get here. Let me know when you get here. 근데 지금 제가 하는 얘기를 이것도 정말 중요한 얘기예요. 제가 하는 얘기를 100% 이해를 했다 하더라도요. 여러분이 이거를 실제로 이거를 영어로 얘기를 할 때 잘 구분해서 사용하는 것은 지금 제가 한 얘기를 100% 이해를 했든 0% 이해했든 상관없어요. 그거랑 완전 별개예요. 그거랑 완전 별개예요. It's a completely different story. 이거를 완벽하게 이해를 하고 있더라도 실제로 이 if와 when을 활용한 수많은 문장의 조합을 정말 많이 반복을 해보지 않는 이상 어차피 못해요. 100% 이해를 하고 있어도. Okay? Very important. Very, very important. 많이 보기도 해야 되고 들어보기도 해야 되고 많이 써보기도 해야 되고 많이 틀려보기도 해야 되고요. 다 많이 해봐야 돼요. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you get there. 환자 침상 머리를 올려드릴 때 Let me know when you're enough? 이렇게 써도 되냐고요? 아니면 Let me know if you like it? Let me know when it's high enough? 올릴 때요? 그럴 때는 Let me know if it's high, when it's high enough. 언젠가는 높이가 맞겠죠, 그렇죠? 시간의 문제죠. 징 올리세요. Let me know when it's high enough. 아니면 더 간단한 게 있어요. Tell me when to stop. 이거는 저희가 지금 연습하고자 하는 말과는 전혀 상관없는 방식이긴 한데 Tell me when to stop. 무슨 일 생기면 알려줘. 스탑이라고 말하라고 할 때, 그쵸? Yeah, tell me when to stop. Yeah, tell me when to stop. Let me know if something comes up. Let me know if something comes up. Let me know if something comes up. 어떤 상황에서 많이 이런 식으로 쓰냐면 뭔가 약속을 했어요. 뭐 몇 시까지 뭐 어디에 오기로 아니면 몇 시까지 뭔가를 넘겨주기로 몇 시까지 어디로 뭐 이동해서 어떻게 이런 상황인데 근데 무슨 일이 생길 수도 있잖아요. 사람이라는 게. 그쵸? 뭐 어느 날짜에 또는 어느 요일에 만나기로 했어요. 근데 그 사이에 무슨 일이 생기면 변경이 또 될 수도 있잖아요. 그렇죠? 그래서 이거를 심지어 많이 의역을 하면은 변동사항이 생기면 알려달라라고도 할 수도 있어요. 이거를. 변동사항이 생기면 알려달라라는 의미로도 쓸 수가 있어요. Let me know if something comes up. 보통 그 말을 할 때 그들은 이런 식으로 많이 얘기를 해요. 변동사항이 생기면 이라는 말을 하죠. 한국어로. So let me know if something comes up. Let me know if something comes up. 물론 이거를 그 순서를 바꿀 수도 있어요. If something comes up, just let me know. 뭐 이런 식으로요. If something comes up, just let me know. Anything? 뭐 지금 이 정도 맥락에서는 뭐 괜찮아요. Anything도 좋아요. Let me know if anything comes up. 근데 말해놓고 보니까 뭔가 느낌이 막 오는데 anything이라고 하는 경우는 약간 어떤 느낌이냐면 그 사람 보고 야 어디 가서 거기 이만큼의 자료가 있을 건데 거기 한번 찾아봐봐. 이런 일을 시켜놓고 그렇게 했을 때 뭔가 드러나는 게 있으면 나한테 알려줘. 약간 이런 상황에서 좀 더 잘 어울릴 것 같아요. anything이. 근데 뭐 여기서도 사용해도 되긴 해요. It's okay. It's alright. 앞부분이 강조되는 거냐고요? 영어에서는요. 거의 항상 뒤에가 강조가 돼요. 거의 항상 뒤에가 강조가 돼요. 거의 항상. 오케이? 거의 항상.
Let me know when you get here.
Yeah, let me know when you get here. 오케이. 이 앞부분, 뒷부분 얘기가 나오면 항상 하는 얘기가 있는데, 어떤 순서로 말을 하느냐에 따라서 전달하고자 하는 의미가 달라져요. I eat dinner after taking a shower. 뒤에가 강조가 된다고 했죠? 이 뒤에가 강조가 되는 거예요. After taking a shower, 여기서는 I eat dinner가 강조가 돼요. 그래서 이렇게 얘기를 하면은 저녁을 어느 시점에서 먹는지를 얘기를 하는 거예요. 어느 시점에서 먹는지? After taking a shower. After I take a shower, I eat dinner 하면은 역시나 뒤에가 강조가 돼요. 이거는 뭐냐? 샤워하고 뭐 하는지. 아무튼 그래요. 뭐 이거는 근데 뭐 지금 뭐 어떻게 싹 정리해서 뭐 이해를 하고 있어서 못 되는 건 아니고. 오케이. Something happens? 그거는 보통 그래서 제가 아까 설명해 드린 게 뭐냐면 상황을 좀 만들어 볼게요. 지금 이거 있죠. Something comes up. 이거는 일정과 관련된 맥락을 따지면서 일정. 그래서 제가 아까 얘기했죠. 언제까지 뭐 어느 요일날 만나기로 했어요. 또는 어느 며칠날에 만나기로 했어요. 언제까지 뭘 주기로 했어요. 몇 시까지 어디에 가기로 했어요. 근데 그 사이에 어떤 일이 생기면 이럴 때는 이게 맞아요. Something happens는 이런 거예요. 야, 이거 내가 지금 방금 불 올려놓은 건데 이거 좀 보고 있어. 나 빨래 개고 올게. 무슨 일 있으면 얘기해. 이런 게 something happens예요. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm waiting for Andy님. So, how about it, Andy? You understand? Okay, good. Okay. 그렇지만 그렇다고 여러분이 이거를 반드시 구분하지 않으면 막 큰일 생기고 그런 건 아니에요. 오케이? 근데 맞게 쓰면 이제 좋은 거죠. 맞게 쓰면은. 맞게 구분해서 쓸 수 있으면 좋은 거죠. Alright. JC님 says, if we leave now, we can get there before rush hour. You can avoid traffic if we leave now. Avoid traffic. 간단하고 좋네요. 그쵸? Avoid traffic. If we leave now. 그쵸? Beat the traffic도 있죠. We can beat the traffic. If we leave now, we can beat the traffic. 참고로 지금 저희가 하고 있는 if절을 활용하고 있는 모든 예문들은 뭐 when절도 마찬가지고 다 단순 조건이에요, 지금. 단순 조건이에요. 그쵸? 다 단순 조건이에요. If you have any questions, if you need anything, when you're ready, when you get here, when it's high enough, if something comes up, 다 단순 조건이에요. 단순 조건. 오케이? 아직 가정법 안 들어갔어요. We're just warming up. 단순 조건. 우리가 보통 일반적으로 많은 사람들이 알고 있는 if의 활용 모습은 단순 조건이에요. 이런 식으로. 내일 비 오면 미루자. 다음 주로 미루자. If it rains tomorrow, let's push it back to next week. If it rains tomorrow, let's push it back to next week. 내일 이야기인데 왜 현재형이냐? 모르겠어요. 저도 물어볼게요. 내일인데 왜 현재형이에요? 내일 비 올 거면이라고 안 하죠. 내일 비 올 거면이 아니죠. 내일 비 오면이잖아요. 왜 현재형이죠? I don't know. 한국어도 모르겠고요. 영어도 몰라요. I don't know. 근데 그냥 그렇게 써요. 오케이? 어떻게 보면 다행인가요? 한국어랑 영어가 지금 요 면에서는 비슷한 거? 몰라요. I don't know. 미래에 대한 조건 있죠. 미래에 대한 단순 조건. 미래에 대한 단순 조건. 미래 조건을 쓰는데 if로 이렇게 if절을 쓰는데 미래 시제로 쓰는 경우가 있어요. 근데 그것도 한국어랑 맞아요. 보여드릴까요, 잠깐? 혼자 갈 거면 잘 알아보고 가. 이럴 때. 그쵸? 조건에서 미래 시제를 쓸 때가 있어요. 그쵸? 제가 알기로는 이게 뭔가 어떤 사람의 의지가 포함되어 있는 그런 맥락일 때 그렇게 되거든요. 한국어도 그렇게 되거든요. 그쵸? 근데 어떤 그냥 예측할 수 있는 어떤 현상에 대한 얘기면 그냥 현재형이에요. 오케이. 네, 맞아요. 이거 할 때는 if you're gonna go by yourself 이렇게 미래 시제로 써요. 왜 그런지는 모르겠어요. 저도 그냥 그렇게 알고 있어요. 오케이? 근데 일단 이것까지 생각하지 마세요. 그것까지 생각하지 마세요. If it rains tomorrow. If it rains tomorrow, let's push it back to next week. Colleen 이라는 여자가 있어요. Colleen 오면 이거 좀 줄래? 걔한테? 그러니까 Colleen이 오면 걔한테 이거 걔한테를 넣을까? 걔한테 이거 좀 줄래? Colleen 오면 걔한테 이거 좀 줄래? 그리고 상황은 뭐 예를 들어서 뭐 학교일 수도 있고 뭐 회사일 수도 있고 이제 아침 시간에 다들 이제 하나 둘씩 출근하고 있어요. 오케이? 그런 상황이에요. 그런 상황에서 누가 나가면서 나 지금 나가는 길인데 Hey, I'm headed out. 에 이어서 이렇게 말하는 거라면 Hey, I'm headed out. 나 지금 나가는 길인데 Colleen 오면 걔한테 이거 좀 줄래? When Colleen gets here, would you give this to her? When Colleen gets here, would you give this to her? Hey, I'm headed out. When Colleen gets here, would you give this to her? 뭔데? What is it? 네 알 바 아니야. It's none of your damn business. None of your damn business. None. Yeah. It's none of your damn business. Hey, I'm headed out. When Colleen gets here, would you give this to her? What is it? It's none of your damn business. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Good boy. 불편하면 다른 데 앉아도 되는데. 불편하면 다른 데 앉아도 되고. 불편하면 다른 데 앉아도 돼. 앉아도 되고. 점점. 불편하면 다른 데 앉아도 되고. Good boy. 사람한테 하면 안 되지 않냐고요? 그래서 하는 거예요, 이 사람은. 아, 근데 뭐 예를 들어서 그쵸. 원래는 안 되죠. If you're uncomfortable, we can sit somewhere else. 또는 뭐 반대로 얘기해도 되죠. We can sit somewhere else. We can sit somewhere else. If you're uncomfortable. We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable. We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable. 자주 했다고요? Good boy? 아, 귀여우면 괜찮아요. If you do it in a cute way, that's fine. Yeah. If you're not comfortable도 괜찮아요. uncomfortable보다 발음이 쉽죠. If you're not comfortable. If you're uncomfortable, we can sit somewhere else. 아마 지금 이거를 따라 하시면서 이거 좀 오디오 좀 올려주시겠어요? 아무나? 나 자신 없다 하시는 분 위주로 올려주세요. 디스코드에. 근데 아마 이거 잘 안 될 거예요. We can sit somewhere else. 특히나 일단 좀 어려운 구간이 sit somewhere else. 어려울 거예요. 연음 처리 잘 하면서. 그리고 if you're uncomfortable, 일단 uncomfortable라는 단어조차도 좀 어려운 편인데 if you're uncomfortable 이어서 하는 것도 어렵고 근데 항상 어떤 발음이 어려운 그런 연음이거나 발음이거나 어려운 거를 직면했을 때 항상 그거를 생각하세요. 이렇게 내가 말을 하기를 원하는지 안 원하는지 이런 말을 내가 배우고 싶은지 안 배우고 싶은 건지 이런 말을 할 수 있으면 좋을까? 영어를 내가 초보 수준에서 영어를 하고자 하는 게 지금 목적인데 가까운 미래 목적인데 이런 말을 할 수 있으면 좋을까 안 좋을까? 내가 이런 말을 쓰고 싶을까 안 쓰고 싶을까를 생각해 보세요. 그래서 뭐 이런 얘기 뭐 이런 얘기 뭐 얼마 쓰겠어? 난 뭐 별로 이런 말 할 일 없을 것 같은데 그러면 안 배워도 돼요. 그러면 안 배워도 돼요. 하지만 이런 말, 이 정도는 얘기할 수 있어야겠지? 라는 마음이 들잖아요? 그러면 그게 뭐 발음이 됐든 문법이 됐든 아무리 어려워도 무조건 하는 거예요, 그냥. 그냥 무조건 하는 거예요. 귀여운 사람한테 쓸 수 있는 거 아니냐고요? It depends. It depends. It depends. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable.
We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable.
그렇죠. 어렵죠. 네, 어려워 잘 안 될 거예요.
We can sit somewhere else if you are uncomfortable.
Okay. Somewhere else. Somewhere else. Somewhere 이거를 너무 잘 발음하려고 노력할 필요 없어요. 그냥 somewhere else. Somewhere else. Somewhere else.
We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable.
오케이. 좋아요. 이렇게 좀 딱딱 끊기더라도 괜찮아요.
We can sit somewhere else if you are uncomfortable.
That's not bad. 지금 그러니까 여기를 뭐 방법은 없어요. 어떻게 하면 발음이 갑자기 좋아지는 건 없고 그냥 여러분이 동물 소리를 듣고 최대한 비슷하게 흉내 내듯이 제가 내는 소리를 또는 뭐 누구 보고 읽어달라고 한 다음에 잘 듣고 그거를 그냥 소리를 그대로 흉내 내는 것밖에 없어요. 그게 이제 익숙하지 않으니까 잘 안 되는 건데 We can sit somewhere else. Sit somewhere else. Sit somewhere else. We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable.
We can sit somewhere else if you are uncomfortable.
Okay, if you're uncomfortable. We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable. Okay. Alright, 지금까지는 단순 조건들이었어요. 지금은 she 하고 오는 타임이에요.
We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable, we can sit somewhere else.
We can sit somewhere else if you are uncomfortable.
You can sit somewhere else if you are uncomfortable.
We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable.
You can sit somewhere else if you are uncomfortable. You can sit somewhere else if you are uncomfortable.
마이크가 꺼져 있었네. Okay, sorry about that. 무슨 얘기하고 있었지? You're uncomfortable 있죠. You're uncomfortable. 만약에 여기가 불편하면 다른 데 앉아도 돼요. 라고 하려면은 뭐라고 해야 될까요? 여기가 불편하면. 여기가 불편하면 다른 데 앉아도 되는데. If it's uncomfortable here. 그것도 돼요. If you feel uncomfortable는요, 좀 달라요. 그거는 감정적인 거고, 예를 들어서 뭐, 나를 해친 적이 있는 사람이 근처에 앉아있다가, 뭐, 등등등. 근데, 사실, 원칙적으로는, we can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable here. 이지만, 허용되는 건 뭐냐? 아까 JC님이 하신 if it's uncomfortable here도 되지만 이렇게 해도 돼요. If this is uncomfortable. 이렇게 심지어 해도 돼요. 이렇게, 그러니까 편의상 이렇게 얘기를 해도 돼요. We can sit somewhere else if this is uncomfortable. 이 this라는 것은 지금 이 곳을 가리키면서 여기에 모든 조건들을 다 가리키면서 하는 말이에요. 오케이? 직역을 하면은 이게지만 의역을 하면은 여기예요. If this is uncomfortable. Okay? So, 일단 다시 if you're uncomfortable 또는 if this is uncomfortable. Okay? 그래서 이렇게 얘기를 하면은 여기가 불편하시면 다른 데 앉아도 되고요. We can sit somewhere else if this is uncomfortable. Okay? 오케이, 단순은 끝났고요. 오케이, 사실 가정으로 갈게요. 이제 사실 가정. 나라면 기다리겠어. 나라면 기다리겠어. 나라면 기다릴 것 같아. If I were you, I would wait. If I were you, I would wait. If I were you, I would wait. 우리말로, 이거 뭐, 우리말로도 충분히 이렇게 얘기를 하기도 하죠. 그쵸? 나라면 어떻게 하겠다? 근데 영어에서는요, 이런 식으로 얘기를 하는 경우가 워낙 많아서, 지금 이 얘기 할 때 있죠? 지금 요 정도 얘기는요, 이 앞에 거를 그냥 생략해버리는 경우도 많아요. 이 앞에 거 생략하고 얘만 얘기를 해도 이 모든 뜻이 다 돼요. 실제로. 그냥, I would wait. 왜냐면 이 would가, 그래서 이 would가 정말 큰 역할을 하는 거예요. 여기서부터는 가정법이거든요. 2번부터는 가정법이에요. 이전까지는 단순 조건들이었고, 가정이죠. 나라면, 그쵸? 나라면. I would wait. 이렇게만 해도 돼요. 이렇게만 해도 나라면 기다리겠어라는 의미가 돼요. I would wait. If I were you, I would wait. 다 해도 되고요. 그리고 if I were you 정도는요. if I were you 정도는 웬만하면 이렇게 하는 편인데 어떻게 해도 얘기를 하는 거를 자주 들을 수 있냐면 if I was you. If I was you, I would 뭐 등등등. 원칙적으로는 얘가 맞아요. 하지만 허용이에요. 허용이라는 것은 통상적으로 그렇게 많이들 얘기를 해요. 근데 이게 you일 때는 웬만하면 다 were라고 하긴 해요. 소리가 그냥 이렇게 굳어져 있어요. 근데 예를 들어서 if I were her, if I were him 이런 얘기를 할 때는 뭐 이런 얘기를 할 때도 심지어 were라고 하는 게 잘 맞긴 한데 if I was him, her 이렇게 하는 거를 많이 들을 수 있어요. Okay?
If it rains tomorrow, let's push it back to next week.
Yeah, push it back. Let's push it back. push it back이라고 할 때는 중간에 웬만하면 멈추지 말고 빠르게 얘기를 해야 돼요. push it back. push it back. 그래서 굳이 끊어서 읽는다면 if it rains tomorrow, let's push it back to next week. 이렇게 세 단어씩. 지금 요거 같은 경우는 그게 왜 그러냐면 이렇게 대명사, 전치사, 대명사 이런 게 껴있기 때문에 걔네들을 끼고 쓰는 두 단어들씩 약간 그런 느낌이에요. If it rains tomorrow, let's push it back to next week.
We can sit somewhere else if this is uncomfortable.
If I were you, I would wait.
Very good. Okay, if I were you, I would wait. If I were you, I would wait. Okay. 네, 뭐 if I were you는 너무 쉽죠, 그쵸? If I were you, if I were you. 조금만 더 작았으면 완벽할 텐데. 조금만 더 작았으면 완벽할 텐데.
If it rains tomorrow, let's push it back to next week.
Yes, push it back. Push it back. push. 그 sh 발음이 조금 더 시원하게 났으면 좋겠어요. 왜냐면 약간 push it back처럼 약간 들렸거든요. 그래서 push it back, push it back. 조금만 더 작았으면 완벽할 텐데. 조금만 더 작았으면. If it were. was도 돼요. If it was, if it were, 둘 다 돼요. If it were, 조금만 더. 일단 더 작았으면이니까 일단 smaller는 무조건 나오겠죠. 그쵸? 더 작은, 비교적 더 작은. 그죠? 지금 상대적인 것에 대한 얘기잖아요. smaller, 조금만. If it were, 뭐 일단 가장 간단하게는 a little smaller. If it were a little smaller. 뭐 a bit smaller라고 해도 되고요. If it were a bit smaller. 발음하기 쉬운 걸로 갈까요? If it was a bit smaller. If it were a bit smaller, it is perfect이 아니죠. 지금 가정법이기 때문에 would be perfect. If it were a bit smaller, it would be perfect. 그럼 이 자리에 매웠으면이라는 말도 넣을 수 있겠죠. 조금만 더 매웠으면 완벽할 텐데. 그쵸? A bit spicier. A bit bigger, a bit wider, a bit longer, a bit heavier, a bit lighter, a bit brighter, darker, 뭐 여러 가지의 그 비교급 형용사를 여기에 넣으면서 연습을 막 하면 좋겠죠. 조금만 더 작으면 완벽할 텐데 라고 말할 때도 있을 텐데 그쵸. 아직 정해지지 않은 것에 대해서 아직 정해지지 않은 거였어요. 내가 이렇게 바램을 표현하면은 그거대로 만약에 주문이 들어가서 그렇게 이루어질 수 있는 그쵸. 그런 상황에서는 그냥 현재형으로 가는 게 맞아요. 만약에 샘플이 나왔어요. 내가 주문을 했는데 샘플이 나왔어요. 이것만 조금만 더 작으면 완벽할 텐데 그쵸. 이런 경우도 있을 수가 있어요. 그럴 때는 if it's a bit small. 근데 심지어 그런 상황에서도 뭐 이렇게 얘기를 하는 건 상관은 없어요. 크게 상관없는데 그쵸. 그럴 때는 뭐 현재 시제로 해도 되고요.
If it rains tomorrow, let's push back next week.
Okay. To next week. Let's push it back to next week. 잘 따라오고 계시나요, 다들? 몇 명만 더 있어도 훨씬 쉬울 텐데. 몇 명만 더 있어도 훨씬 쉬울 텐데. if로 할까요? If we had a few more people. If we had a few more people. 물론 킴님이 하신 것처럼 if there were 라고 해도 되고요. If there were a few more people 괜찮지만 if we had 우리한테 몇 명만 더 있었어도 이렇게 해도 할 수 있겠죠? If we had a few more people it would be 훨씬 쉬울 텐데 뭐 much도 괜찮지만 a lot easier라고 할게요. A lot easier. If we had a few more people, it would be a lot easier. 여기서요. 뭐 이게 아주 중요한 건 아닌데 뭐 이왕 이 얘기가 나온 김에 지금 여기서 a bit 부분 있죠. a bit와 a few. A few more people, a bit smaller. A bit smaller, a few more people. 이거를 몇몇만 많이 있어요. 많이 있어요. 만. 조금 더 작았으면이나 조금만 더 작았으면. 이 만이 무슨 역할을 하죠? 이 만이 무슨 역할을 해요? 한국어에서? 이 만이 뭐예요? 왜 있어요? 그냥 몇 명 더 있어도 잖아요. 몇 명 더 있어도 훨씬 쉬울 텐데. 강조. 네. 강조가 맞고요. 강조가 맞고요. 그렇죠. 결과적으로는 아쉬움을 표현하는 거죠. 부족한 정도가 적다라는 거죠. 그래서 네, 맞아요. only 내지는 just를 넣어서 더 그거를 느낌을 살릴 수가 있어요. just. If it were just a bit smaller. If it were only a bit smaller. just가 왜 더 잘 어울리는 거지? 그냥 just라고 할게요. only도 맞는 것 같은데. If we had just a few more people 하면은 훨씬 이 느낌이 살아요. 이 만, 조금만 더 작았으면. If it were just a bit smaller, it would be perfect. If we had just a few more people, it would be a lot easier. 자, 보세요. It would be a lot easier. 훨씬 쉬울 텐데죠? It would be a lot easier. 훨씬 쉬울 텐데. It would be a lot easier. 훨씬 쉬울 텐데. 이렇게 어렵진 않을 텐데. 라고 해볼까요? 결과적으로는 같은 얘기지만 결과적으로는 비슷한 얘기지만 이것도 할 수 있어야 돼요. 할 수 있어야 돼요. 훨씬 쉬울 텐데 it would be a lot easier. 어렵진 않을 텐데 부정이죠. 부정이니까 it wouldn't be 이렇게 어렵진 so 내지는 this hard. It wouldn't be so hard. It wouldn't be this hard. If we had just a few more people, it wouldn't be this hard. 평일이었으면 이렇게 사람이 많지 않을 텐데. 아유, 평일이었으면 이렇게 사람이 많지 않을 텐데. 정크리스님 says, if it was a weekday, there wouldn't be so many people like this. 맨 마지막에 like this 있죠. 정크리스님. like this, 이렇게. 그 이렇게라는 말이 그 앞에 so 있죠. 그게 이미 그 의미를 하고 있어요. 이 so many가 벌써 이렇게 많이에요. 이렇게 많이. 오케이? So it wouldn't be hard like this. 뭐 이것도 틀린 말은 아니에요. 틀린 말은 아니지만 더 자연스럽게 말을 하는 방법은 this hard 내지는 so hard 라고 하는 게 더 자연스러워요. 평일이었으면 if it was a weekday if it was a weekday if it was a weekday if it 원래는 원칙으로는 were이죠. if it were a weekday was라고 많이들 해요. If it was a weekday it wouldn't be this crowded. It wouldn't be this crowded. 뭐 so crowded 해도 되고요. 오케이. 조금 속도를 내서요. 시간이 많이 늦어지고 있어요. 그것만 아니면 고민이 없을 텐데. 그것만 아니면 고민이 없을 텐데. 가정법을 이해해야 되는 거 아니에요. 가정법을 쓰는 많은 문장들을 많이 해보면서 그 패턴에 그냥 익숙해지고 적응을 하는 과정이에요. 가정법을 이해해야 되는 거 아니에요. Don't try to understand it.
If we were a bit smaller, it would be perfect.
그리고 제가 전에도 여러 번 얘기를 했지만 영어 배우는 거를 포기하는 사람들의 대부분이 열심히 하는 사람도 가정법에서 많이 포기해요. 가정법에서. 제가 예전에 현장 강의를 했을 때도 제 1대1로 개인으로 그 저한테 배우셨던 분이 있었는데 한번 3년 배웠나? 가정법이 this was her bottleneck. 다른 거는 비교적 정말 잘하셨어요. 가정법 때문에 계속 못 올라갔어요. 계속. This was her bottleneck. 가정법이 해결이 안 되니까 계속 못 올라갔어요. 말을 하는데 가정법에서 계속 막혀요. 그리고 가정법을 여러분이 이 어려운 거는 나중에 배워도 되지 않느냐? 가정법을 빼잖아요? 그러면은 평상시에 대한 일상 얘기를 아예 못해요. 아예 못해요. 그만큼 가정법은 우리가 일상적으로 너무 많이 쓰는 것이기 때문에 이거를 나중에 미룰 수가 없어요. 제일 먼저 해야 되는 것 중에 하나예요. 워낙 평소에 쓸 일이 많기 때문에. 오케이? 보세요. 이런 말을 배우는 거잖아요. 이런 말을 배우는 거예요. 이게 지금 어려운 말인가요? 아니잖아요. No. If it wasn't for that. If it wasn't for that. 그것만 아니면. If it wasn't for that. 자, 고민이 없을 텐데를 표현하는 방식은 여러 가지가 있어요. 일단 제일 쉬운 걸로 보여드릴게요. 쉬운 걸로. 물론 고민이 없다라는 게 뭐 걱정되는 부분이 없다 뭐 이런 것일 수도 있어요. 그쵸? 근데 저는 이거를 어떻게 생각하고 있냐면 뭔가를 선택을 하는 상황에서예요. 뭔가를 선택하는 상황에서 고민이 없을 텐데 라고 저는 일단 생각을 하고 있어요. 걱정거리가 없을 거다는 아니에요. 그거는 또 다른 맥락이고, 그쵸? 그래서 이렇게요. It would be an easy choice. If it wasn't for that, it would be an easy choice. If it weren't for that, if it wasn't for that, it would be an easy choice. It would be an easy choice. 그쵸? 쉬운 선택. Yeah, it would be an easy choice. If it weren't for that, weren't 원칙, wasn't 허용. If it wasn't for that, it would be an easy choice.
If it was a weekday, it wouldn't be this crowded.
Good.
If we had just a few more people, it would be a lot easier.
Very good. easier 할 때 지읒 발음 하지 마세요. 지읒 발음 내는 게 아니에요. easier. easier가 아니에요. not easier. easier. 할 수 있다라는 거 알아요. Z 발음 못하는 사람 없어요. 단 한 명도 없어요. 지금까지 전 본 적 없어요. 할 줄 못하는 사람. 어떤 사람들이 90%냐? 차마 그 소리를 못 내겠는 거예요. 차마 못 하겠는 거예요. Okay? That's the 90%. Okay? 그래서 이거는 그냥 여러분한테 달려 있어요. 그냥 해야 돼요. Okay? 그냥 해야 돼요.
If it wasn't for that, it would be an easy choice.
Okay, very good. If it wasn't for that, it would be an easy choice. If it weren't for that, if it wasn't for that, it would be an easy choice. Okay. 네. 무릎만 괜찮았어도 뭐라고 할까? 뭐라고 할까요? 무릎만 괜찮았어도 내 무릎만 괜찮았어도 I would fly this morning? What? 못 나는 게 무릎 문제는 아닌 것 같은데? 여행을 갔을 텐데? 여행 더 자주 다닐 텐데. 뭐 이런 말 해볼까요? 나 같은 건 안주 먹거리는 what? 너 같은 건 안주 먹거리 자, 물론 지금 if my knees were just fine 이것도 좋아요. If my knees were okay, if my knees were fine 좋은데 이거를 그대로 사용하는 방법이 있어요. 이 표현 방식이 좋다기보다 그냥 if it wasn't for라는 요 패턴이 정말 많이 쓰는 패턴이거든요. 뭐만 아니면 오케이? 그래서 이것도 어떻게 보면 그거잖아요. 그렇죠? 내 무릎만 아니었어도 그쵸? 내 무릎만 아니었어도. 근데 단순히 내 무릎만 아니었어도가 아니라 어떻게 얘기를 할 수가 있냐면 If it weren't for my bad knees. 그쵸? If it weren't for my bad knees. 무릎이 안 좋다. 무릎이 안 좋다를 어떻게 보통 얘기해? I have bad knees라고 하잖아요. 그쵸? My husband has bad knees. I have bad knees. 이렇게 많이 얘기를 하잖아요. 그래서 if it weren't for my bad knees. 가 결국에는 이 얘기예요. 무릎만 괜찮았어도. 그쵸? If it weren't for my bad knees, I would, I would go traveling more often. If it weren't for my bad knees, I would go traveling more often. 또 어떻게 많이 사용할까요? 그것만 아니면 생각해 볼 텐데. 그건 띄었으나? 생각해 볼 텐데. 그것만 아니면 생각해 볼 텐데.
If we had just a few more people, it'll be a lot easier.
Okay. Is that your daughter?
It wouldn't be so hard. Or it wouldn't be this hard.
Okay.
If it was a weekday, it wouldn't be this crowd.
If it was a weekday. was에 강세가 들어가서 순간적으로 무슨 얘기를 하고 있는 거지 약간 혼란스러웠어요. 이래서 intonation이 굉장히 중요해요. 그래서 was를 강조하면 절대 안 돼요. was를 강조하는 경우는 좀 이례적인 경우예요. 그래서 if it was a weekday 이렇게 강세가 이렇게 들어가야 돼요. If it was a weekday. If it was a weekday. It was a. 다 빠르게 낮게 대충 발음하고 빠르게 지나가고 weekday로 빨리 가는 거예요. If it was a weekday. if도 짧아요. If it was a weekday. If it was a weekday. Okay. If it weren't for that, I would think about it. 그렇죠? 또는 뭐 consider it. 그렇죠? consider about라고 하진 않아요. consider it. I would consider it. If it weren't for that, I would consider it. I would think about it. If it weren't for my bad stomach, sensitive stomach, maybe? Sensitive도 괜찮을 것 같아. If it weren't for my sensitive stomach, I would enjoy more flour-based food. If it weren't for my back, I would start working out right now. Yeah. I know, right? 난 뭐가 있지? Oh, if it weren't for my diabetes, oh my God, I would eat chicken and hamburgers and pizza like every other day. If it weren't for my damn diabetes. If it weren't for my damn diabetes. I would, 짜장면? Oh.
If it weren't for my bad knees, I'd go traveling more often.
Yeah. I would go traveling more often.
If it weren't for that, I'd think about it.
매일 먹는다고 안 한다고요? 매일 먹으면 특별하지 않잖아요. Every other day. If I were a genius, you would create T-1000? You want to be Skynet? If it weren't for my damn diabetes, I would do everything. If it weren't for my dizzy spells, I would spend more time learning English. Ah, okay. I didn't know you got dizzy spells. If it weren't for my dog, I could go traveling with my whole family. Yeah, I understand. Do you have an old dog? Is your dog old? I would go to 쫀쿠 whenever I want to. If it wasn't for my sensitive stomach, I would eat greasy food every other day. Yeah. Yeah, what's your favorite greasy food? What's your favorite greasy... Oh my god. What's your favorite greasy food? Huh? If it weren't for my bad temper, I would have more friends around me. Well, nobody's perfect. Yeah. And maybe that means the few friends you have are just that much more special. If it weren't for my short height, I would feel more fresh air. I don't think it's gonna be that different. I don't think it would be that different, 만두검님. She's turning 6 this January. Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm sure you can find like pet hotels, can't you? 비비고? 갑자기 비비고 나오지? Oh wait, greasy food? 비비고? Really? That's the best you can come up with? Come on. Oh, just an example. Okay. If it weren't for my heavy body, I would run faster. Okay. 그럴 때는 could. 뛸 텐데보다는 뛸 수 있을 텐데죠. 그렇죠? If it weren't for my weight, 그냥 if it weren't for my weight, I could run, a lot faster. 할까요? 돈까스. My dog can't travel far because of the... Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I heard that some dogs and cats, they get motion sickness very easily. Burger. 7th Street Burger in NYC. Oh, I see the air up there. I could really use some cream pasta. Okay. 날씨만 아니면 월요일이 제일 좋긴 한데. 날씨만 아니면 월요일이 제일 좋긴 한데.
If it was weekday, it wouldn't be this crowd. If it was weekday, it wouldn't be this crowd.
Crowded. 끝까지 해줘야 돼요. Crowded.
If it weren't for my bad knees, I would go traveling more often.
Yeah. 그쵸? 네. If it weren't for the weather, Monday would be best. 그쵸? 뭐 저는 모르겠어요. 왜 그런지 모르겠는데 이거는 왠지 Monday would be best가 먼저 나오는 게 왜 좋은 거 같지? If it weren't for the weather. 아닌가? 상관없나? 잠깐만. Monday would be best if it weren't for the weather. 뭐 별로 상관없구나. If it weren't for the weather, Monday would be best. 별로 상관없긴 하네요. Okay. Alright. 이런 것도 한번 해보죠. 상대방한테 신경 쓰지 마. 걱정하지 마. 신경 쓰지 마. 이런 얘기를 할 때요. 은근히 지금 제가 딱 표현을 한 이 방식 있죠. 이 느낌 있죠. 이거를 사실 제일 잘 살리는 것 중에 하나가 물론 don't worry, don't 이거 다 좋긴 한데 사실 그쵸? I wouldn't worry about it. 이렇게 얘기를 진짜 많이 해요. 이거는 제가 다른 예전에 올린 영상에서도 이런 비슷한 얘기를 했었어요. you shouldn't, don't 이렇게 약간 명령문스럽게 표현을 하기보다는 나라면 안 하겠다라고 하는 경우가 굉장히 많아요. 상대방한테 어떤 조언이나 그런 걸 얘기를 할 때. Okay? 그래서 I wouldn't worry about it. Okay? I wouldn't worry. 이거는 이대로 그대로 외워서 쓰는 거예요. 아, 신경 쓰지 마. 걱정하지 마. 에이, 됐어. 신경 쓰지 마. 이런 느낌 있죠? I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay. 네. 그래서 이것도 항상 부드럽게 얘기하는 게 무조건 언제나 더 좋다 이런 건 없겠죠. 근데 배우는 입장에서 네, you should 내지는 shouldn't 라고 하는 것보다 이것보다 I would 내지는 I wouldn't 이렇게 얘기를 하는 게 훨씬 더 뭐랄까 좀 더 듣기가 편하다고 해야 될까? You should 보다는 오케이? 이렇게 얘기를 하는 게 더 효과적일 때도 물론 있겠죠. 네. 이런 얘기 할 때 신경 쓰지 마. 에이, 됐어. 걱정하지 마. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't about it.
worry가 없어졌어. 그죠?
Yeah, I wouldn't about it.
그죠? worry가 사라졌어. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. 예를 들어서 Why did she look at me like that? Is she mad at me? 이게 무슨 말이죠? Why did she look at me like that? Is she mad at me? 그래도 자동 완성이 돼요? 왜 걔 날 왜 그렇게 봐? 나한테 열받아? 왜 저런 표정이야? 나한테 화났나? 그쵸? 나 왜 저렇게 쳐다봐? 화났나? 쟤 원래 저래. 원래 저래. 쟤 생각할 때 원래 저래. 원래 저래. 신경 쓰지 마. 표정 뭐냐? 화났나? 오케이. 간단하게 표현하는 방법이 있어요. 원래 저런다. 이것도 딱 정해진 표현은 없고요. 어떤 문맥 속에서 쓰이느냐에 따라서 그냥 she does that when she's thinking. she does that 하면 돼요. she does that. she does that when she's thinking. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. Why does she look at me like that? Is she mad at me? Nah. She does that when she's thinking. She does that when she's thinking. She does that이 뭐죠? 이거죠. Look at me like that. Why did she? She does that. 왜 그랬지? 저래. When she's thinking. 생각할 때 쟤 원래 저래. I wouldn't worry about it.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Very good.
Why did she look at me like that? Is it mad at me?
Okay. 조금 더 약간 따지듯이. Why did she look at me like that? Why did she look at me like that? She mad at me or something?
Why did she look at me like that? Is she mad at me?
네, 여기서 he라고
she
해놓고서
does that when she's thinking. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah. 통일해야 되죠, 그렇죠? Why did she look at me like that? Is she mad at me? Nah, she does that when she's thinking. I wouldn't worry about it. 오케이. 오늘은 시간이 좀 부족하려나? 오케이. 그리고 지금 이 2번하고 2번 카테고리 하고 있는데 2번 하나만 더 해볼게요. 맞나? 급한 거 아니었으면 묻지도 않았어. 내가 방금 어떤 거를 부탁을 한 거에 대해서 바로 이렇게 얘기를 해도 되는 거죠. 묻지도 않지인가? 아, 급한 거 아니었으면 묻지도 않지. 묻지도 않았어. 거기서 거기죠? Same thing, right? 않지나 않았어랑 거기서 거기죠? 아, 급한 거 아니었으면 묻지도 않았어. 자, 아직 대답을 못 들은 상황이에요. 아직 상대방이 아직 고민 중이거나 선택을 못 했거나 지금 일단 부탁은 했어요. 뭔가를 해달라고 했는데 급해서 물은 거예요. 오케이? 그쵸? I wouldn't ask도 괜찮아요. I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't ask. 근데 이거를 어떻게 얘기를 저 같으면은 그러니까 방금 제가 설명한 것처럼 방금 제가 어떤 부탁을 했어요. 뭔가를 해달라고 하고 상대방이 글쎄 막 이러고 있는데 야, 나 급한 거 아니었으면 묻지도 않았어. 지금 이거잖아요. 저라면은요. 왠지 이거를 이렇게 얘기할 것 같아요. I wouldn't be asking. I wouldn't be asking if it weren't urgent 또는 an emergency. I wouldn't be asking if it weren't urgent. I wouldn't be asking, 좀 쉽게 갈까요? I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't urgent. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't an emergency. I wouldn't be asking. 왜냐면 지금 말을 조금 다르게 보면은 지금 부탁을 하고 있는 상황이잖아요. 그쵸? 지금 부탁을 하고 있는 상황이에요. 그래서 I wouldn't be asking. 내가 급한 일만 아니었다면 지금 묻고 있는 상황도 아니었을 거다. 이렇게 묻고 있지도 않았을 거다. 오케이? 너한테 부탁을 하고 있는 상황이 아니었을 거다. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't urgent. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't an emergency. If it wasn't urgent, wasn't 할 때 T 묵음 처리하세요. 대신에 wasn't urgent. If it wasn't urgent. If it wasn't an emergency. If it wasn't an emergency. If it wasn't an emergency. I wouldn't be asking. 진행형이 섞여버렸죠? 진행형이. 그래서 이건 조금 더 그동안 해왔던 거에 비해서 조금 더 와닿진 않을 거예요. 왜 굳이 진행형이지? 근데 이거는 그냥 원래 언어라는 게 좀 그런 것 같아요. 꼭 어떤 이유가 있어서 어떤 규칙에 의해서가 아니라 그냥 특정 모습으로, 특정 형태로 오랫동안 그 언어가 쓰이면서 자리 잡은 형태들이 있어요. 그런 것 중에 하나인 것 같아요. 그냥 이렇게 많이 써요, 그냥. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't an emergency. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't urgent. If it weren't in a pinch, I wouldn't ask. 그렇게는 잘 안 써요. 의미 전달은 될 것 같은데, if I wasn't in a pinch. If I wasn't in a pinch, 근데 그냥 이렇게 훨씬 더 많이 써요. Okay? I wouldn't ask로 해도 의미상 큰 차이는 없을까요? 네, 괜찮아요. 그렇게 해도 의미 전달에는 문제 없어요. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't urgent. 네, 괜찮아요. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. 제가 이렇게 보여드리는 이유는 제가 그냥 익숙한 모습으로 보여드리는 거예요. 이게 어떤 규칙에 의해서 정해진 것도 아니고, 그런 것도 없고, 그냥 이렇게 저는 굉장히 익숙해요. 이렇게 얘기를 하는 게. I wouldn't be asking. Okay. If it rush보다는 hurry면 괜찮아요. hurry. 예를 들어서 if I wasn't in a hurry, I wouldn't be asking. I wouldn't be asking if I wasn't in a hurry. 이 정도면 괜찮아요. rush는 좀 이상하고요. if I wasn't in a hurry. Okay.
No, she does that when she's thinking. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did she look at me like that? Is she mad at me? Nah, she does that when she's thinking. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it.
I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't an emergency.
Yeah, if it wasn't an emergency. If it wasn't an emergency. 뭉개세요, 대충. If it wasn't an emergency.
I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't an emergency.
If it wasn't urgent라고도 많이 얘기해요. If it wasn't urgent. If it wasn't urgent.
I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't an emergency.
Okay, very good.
I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't urgent.
Okay. Come on. 앞에 뭐 이런 말, 이런 감탄사조 들어가면 되겠죠? Come on. I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't urgent.
I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't urgent. Or I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't an emergency.
If it wasn't an emergency. Okay. 오늘은 일단 여기까지예요. 더 했다가는 머리가 터지는 소리들이 곳곳에서 들릴 것 같으니까. Okay. Good. 왜 이렇게 많아? Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know when you're ready. 준비되면 얘기해. 준비되면 얘기해. Let me know when you get here. 도착하면 알려줘. Let me know when it's high enough. 충분히 높으면은 얘기해. 근데 멈추라고 얘기해줘. 그쵸? 뭔가를 이렇게 뭐 딸거나 뭐 이렇게 올리고 있다거나 뭔가를 이렇게 움직이고 작동시키고 있으면서 언제 멈추라고 얘기해. 그쵸? Tell me when to stop. Let me know if something comes up. 정말 중요한 거예요. If something comes up. 반대로 무슨 일 생기면 알려줄게요. 알려드릴게요. 이렇게도 할 수 있겠죠. If something comes up. 그러면 let me know가 아니라 뭐겠어요? 무슨 일 생기면 제가 알려드릴게요. 혹시라도 무슨 일 생기면 제가 변동사항 생기면 알려드릴게요. 그쵸? I'll let you know가 되겠죠. I'll let you know if something comes up. I'll let you know if something comes up. I'll call you if something comes up. 이거는 중요한 부분이 아니니까 지울게요. 하하하. 이것도. 지금 출발하면 막히기 전에 갈 수 있어. If we leave now, we can beat the traffic. 편한 표현이죠. 네, 막히기 전에 갈 수 있다 이렇게 다 풀어서 얘기하는 게 아니라 그렇죠? 한국어에도 이런 표현이 있나 혹시? 아무튼 뭐 있으면 뭐 좋지만 어쨌든 beat the traffic. 교통을 이기다. 그렇죠? 교통을 이기다. 마치 교통과 내가 어떤 경주를 하고 있는데 걔보다 더 앞서간다는 그런 느낌으로 If it rains tomorrow okay? 미래에 대한 조건이지만 어쨌든 그냥 현재형으로 하는 게 일반적이라는 거. Let's push it back to next week. Hi, I'm headed out. When Colleen gets here, would you give this to her? What is it? It's none of your damn business. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Good boy. 불편하면 다른 데 앉아도 되고 If you're uncomfortable, we can sit somewhere else. If you're uncomfortable, we can sit somewhere else. 또는 we can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable. We can sit somewhere else if you're uncomfortable. If I were you, I would wait. If I was you, I would, punch him in the neck. If it was just a bit smaller, it would be perfect. If it was just a bit smaller, it would be perfect. If we had just a few more people, it would be a lot easier. 또는 it wouldn't be this hard. It wouldn't be so hard. If it was a weekday, it wouldn't be this crowded. If it wasn't for that, 좀 오늘 뭐랄까 좀 많이 강조하고 싶은 패턴 중에 하나였던 것 같아요. If it wasn't for that. If it wasn't for. 뭐뭐만 아니었으면. 내 건강 문제만 아니었으면. 시간만 아니었으면. 그 날씨만 아니었으면. 뭐뭐만 아니었으면. Okay? If it wasn't for that, it would be an easy choice. If it weren't for my bad knees. 내 무릎만 안 좋은 것만 빼면은, 그것만 아니었으면은, I would go traveling more often. If it weren't for that, I would think about it. 생각해 볼 텐데. If it weren't for my weight, I could run a lot faster. If it weren't for the weather, Monday would be best. 날씨만 아니었으면 월요일이 제일 좋은데. 월요일이 베스트일 텐데. 월요일이 베스트인데. 그냥 한국어로는 일 텐데라고는 안 하네. 그냥 월요일이 베스트인데라고 하네. Monday would be best if it weren't for the weather. You shouldn't. Okay, 뭐 오늘은 아주 중요한 건 아니고요. Why does she look at me like that? Is she mad at me? Nah, she does that when she's thinking. I wouldn't worry about it. 급한 거. Sam, what would you say? 너는 그냥 나한테 한 주먹인데. You're nothing? 뭐 you're nothing도 되고요. 뭐 슬랭이야 뭐 여러 가지가 있을 수 있을 것 같은데 I just can't think of anything right now off the top of my head. 네, I wouldn't be asking if it wasn't urgent. I wouldn't be asking. If I wasn't in a hurry, I wouldn't be asking. Okay, that's it. That's it. That is it today. 그 뭐냐 디스코드에 음성 올려주신 분들 thank you very much for the participation. 이거 다 복사해 놓고 있어요. 배고파. 배고픔이 고통으로 분류되나 혹시? Do you guys know? 혹시 아세요? Do you guys know if hunger is categorized as a sort of pain? It surely feels like pain sometimes. 저장. 오케이. 지금 보고 계시는 영상 아래 설명란에 복사해 놨으니까요. 복습하시고요. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I hope this helps. And I hope I see you guys really soon in a future lesson video or in a future live stream like this one. Have a great rest of your evening and 이거요? 이거는 for members only. Have a good night, you guys. See you guys soon.